Hello everybody, Angel Arts here, and welcome again to another episode of Dragon Age Intervention, our Dragon Age RPG campaign. This is session 6, I believe. Session 6? Are we already in 6? Alright,
Yeah.
I think this is 6.
Yeah, pretty much 6, yeah.
The warm-up question for today is possibly a more fun one. If you could have the ability, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a combat ability, if you could have the ability of any of the other PC characters, which one would you think your character would like to have, and why? Any ability that any of the other PC characters have, and it doesn't have to be a combative one.
I would like the healing that Gwenail has.
You would like to be able to have the healing that Gwenail has, and why is that?
Now wait, are we now? Is this like that would just be like having a second person having it, or we're swapping abilities?
Just it's not swapping. It's just you would have that in addition.
You just add it on.
You just add it on.
Because I would like it just just have an extra person in charge of healing in case something happened to the first healer.
Okay.
If healer number 2.
Makes sense.
Pragmatic. I like it.
Okay.
Maximilian would probably want Delvin's ability to talk to girls.
Yes.
Because he's not very good at that, so yeah.
Makes sense.
Hands down.
Yes.
Wow, this is going to be interesting. Gwenail would want the ability to have an intimidating, imposing, and strong, like, confidence and personality like Maximilian.
Okay.
He would want to be more, yes!
Yes.
Yes.
More of a presence.
Yes! Yeah.
Oh yes.
All right. And Delwyn?
I think Delwyn would want to be, I guess a bit more, under the radar, kind of like Lilden is. He's a very stealthy kind of individual, and he has a skill set as being a rogue that
Okay.
Delwyn does not possess, that he wishes he did.
Fair enough.
Everyone wants to be, like, once again, we did that thing where everyone, like, has one person gets hit one or something like that. I
Cool.
can't.
Yeah.
Okay. In our last session, we ended with us making our way to the Mage's Tower. This is one of the 3 locations that, according to the scroll, perhaps, hopefully, we're crossing our fingers, might contain some of the components required for the ritual to allow our heroes to go back in time to their to their original time. They are looking for red lyrium. And during the night, Maximilian, I wanted to mention to you that, and you end up having the same nightmare that you had a few days before, the one that involved Plim, the one with the archdemon, and with your mom. And you try to get more information from your mom this time, but it's still essentially exactly the same dream. And when you wake up, you're still very disturbed. You're perspiring. Everything feels so real, and it's almost like I think the difference is that the dream is more intense, almost like the call of the archdemon itself is ringing louder in your ears.
Whoa. Okay, so a quick flashback. What was it she said to me when in the dream?
She told you. She said that this is not. This is not the way.
Yeah.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You need to go back and stop this, prevent this from happening.
I could hear like the darkspawn and
Right.
yeah. Okay, not good.
So the next morning rolls around. I believe, if I remember correctly, Captain Maelstrom had calculated that you would be at the Mage Tower by relatively early that morning, like shortly after breakfast.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
is there anything that any of you want to do before breakfast? I know that Delwyn is sleeping in a very nice bed that morning.
Very comfy bed.
Very
yes.
comfy bed. What about Lealden and Maximilian? If there's anything I need to know about before breakfast.
Before breakfast.
Very comfy.
Not really. Checking my equipment. That's about it.
When you come out
Checking
of
the new slot.
when you come
The
out
room
of
slot.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Logan?
I was just saying checking the room slot. That's it. Not it.
Okay. If any of you come out onto the main deck, you're going to see Plim. He's currently doing pull-ups on the mast. One of the masts right now, like up above, like way up in the air, like several feet up in the air, and yeah, he seems to be not tiring anytime soon.
So, Plim, still keeping in shape, I see?
Ugh. I mean, are you yelling that out because he's really hot?
Yeah. Yeah, like, hey, Plim!
He says, "You know me, Waxy Maxy. I gotta keep myself buff so that I can pull the ladies off of you when they flock."
I don't have a good answer for that. Anyway,
Waxy Maxy.
you interested in breakfast?
Oh yes, I'm starving. He'll stop. He'll basically stop. Doing his pull-ups. Then he's going to like swing over to another mast and then climb down, scurry down, the mast that he swings over to, and lands. All right. He sort of like cracks his neck. What do we got to eat around here?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. It's different every time. Follow me.
Lealden,
Come on.
are you waking up early enough to help with breakfast?
Oh yeah, I was up. I was like, today will be
Yes.
different. As woke up, I was like, today will be different. Just already like heading down to go and get things ready.
Lealden, when you are you are helping Archer make breakfast.
Yes.
He seems distracted. He seems a little. He seems a little distracted. Like he doesn't seem like himself. He seems a little sad, actually.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh, I know what this is about.
I don't know what it's.
It's kissing.
I guess I imagine I would notice something like. I don't know how to talk to someone who doesn't really respond. I don't know how to talk to someone who can only really respond with yes or no questions. It's not like I can say, "Hey, you feeling sad?"
Well, you could.
No.
He could just nod.
I suppose. You could say like something the matter.
He looks towards your direction and he sighs and he sort of rubs his eyes a little bit, sort of implying that he didn't get much sleep last night. Something kept him from having a good night's rest.
I don't suppose Charlie's character was anything to do with that.
Is that what you're asking him? If Delwyn
No,
has anything-
I was just about to ask right now if, again, since I wasn't here for the end of last session, I didn't know of anything else of that sort. Since I wasn't here for the end of last, okay.
Well, that means that Lealden isn't aware of anything anyway.
This is true.
So
I wouldn't know
easier
anyway.
to roleplay.
Right. I don't suppose it would involve any of my associates, would it?
He shakes his head.
I suppose that's good to know they're keeping out of trouble in that regard, at least. Anything you need help with?
He again shakes his head.
Alright. But just, if you need help, just All ears.
Okay.
I just realized now how stupid that was to say to someone who's muted, but
All ears. I'm all ears. Yeah, okay.
you'll get the idea.
He at some point he sort of looks up at you, and he's trying to think. He's like trying to figure out how to communicate this to you. And then he basically says, he points to himself. Then he talks about, then he lies on his head like this, and then he kind of goes as if he's saying dream. You're sort of getting this like a dreaming, like he's dreaming. And then he points at the dream, and then he makes like a dagger motion at the dream. Interpret that how you will.
I hope it does. Hope it's not anything. I hope it's not like a sign of anything bad that's about to happen.
He points to himself, and then he has his hand up to his height, and then he lowers it.
Oh.
You can play charades with him. You can ask him. It's not every day you get to talk to a character who's mute. So I mean,
I know that's why it's. You feeling down because of it?
He
okay.
He's talking. He basically. I'll let you roll for this. Roll a cunning.
Alright. That is my dexterity. No, cunning needs its own stat. The heck am I doing? 56 plus 1.
Okay. Okay. You think what he's trying to say is that he's been having nightmares about when he was younger, when he was a child.
Oh, okay, that's what... Oh, alright, okay.
When he was a kid.
Oh. Nightmares of...
He points at his mouth.
Oh. Sorry.
So I guess what he's trying to say is he's implying that there was something that happened to him when he was a child.
And that's why he can't.
That's why he can't talk. And he's lately started having nightmares about it.
I hate being in these situations, even in real life. When I know something's the matter, and I want to help so bad, but I don't know what I could say that could make it feel better.
Yeah.
But I feel
Well, you're a big scenario. Feelings, ugh.
I mean, it definitely seems. I mean, it definitely seems like Archer's trying to reach out to you, like especially with the little things like in your last session when he threw that pear towards your directions. Right. I mean, it sounds like Archer's trying to make. He sounds like he's trying to make a friend.
I could be like, yeah, my childhood was not the best either. I'm not to say that it was anything like what you probably have gone through, but I think I can understand a bit of where you're coming from.
He will nod, and at that point, that's when you start to hear the noise out in the mess hall, people gathering, and that's when Archer snaps out of whatever rut he's in, and he starts focusing on getting the food together. So go ahead and roll me for your assist, Leoden.
Right. Come on, you can do this.
Let's make something good.
Yeah. I would say, I think this is another cunning or dexterity, I guess.
I'd say dexterity.
Okay.
Totally not that.
I don't know
not
what cooking was. I think there's a
Yeah,
little.
you notice every time he goes to put something bad in it, and you're just trying to be quick to snatch it out of his hand.
Swiftly. Alright, come on.
I will.
Ah!
I will roll 1d2 to determine whether or not there's a bonus or a penalty to his cooking. It's a 1, so there's a penalty. So
No.
it's
No.
All those
Oh, why?
all the time of playing Cooking Mama was for nothing.
Yeah.
3d6. So I'm gonna roll my regular 3d6 minus 1d6
Okay.
plus with a 12. We'll say that adds a +2.
Okay.
See how that goes.
Well, I have a strong stomach, but
11.
Ah,
It's not horrible, but it's not good.
right.
Could be worse. Not horrible,
Could
but
be
it's,
worse.
it doesn't. It's not gonna make you throw up.
It's not vomit inducing.
Yeah, it's not
okay.
vomit inducing.
Hooray!
So you guys go ahead and you guys whoever is going to have breakfast can have breakfast. Trying to see if everybody's up here. I don't know if Delwyn is coming. How late Delwyn's strolling in, but
Delwyn got up on time to tend to the animals, then he went back to take a nap in the bed again.
okay,
He's like, I can't do this getting up early.
okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Delwyn.
So-
roll me a cunning. There's got to be. I think there's a animal. I thought there was like an animal handling of some sort.
I think so.
Yes,
I don't
animal
have-
communication. Roll me a communication animal handling.
Well, at least it's a communication check, and not a gunning check.
Yep.
13.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You do an okay job cleaning the stalls and feeding the animals. So it's the animals are starting to take a liking to you. Starting to.
Well, that's good.
And then you go to bed. Again, you take a
Goes back
nap.
to bed. Yeah.
So
So he'll be late to breakfast.
Plim sits down at the table and before the food comes out, he starts sniffing the air. What is that awful smell? And several of the crew members turn to Plim's direction with great disapproval.
Flame, just don't question it. Just eat it.
All right.
It's better than nothing, I guess.
Archer and Lealden come out and they put in front of you some bowls of pancake-looking things. Some of them are a little runnier than others. Plim kind of slurps, like he's still having problems with utensils. So he sort of slurps his food.
Well, Delwyn will get there fashionably late
All right.
to breakfast.
Would
So,
we be- oh, wait,
verdict
yeah,
on the food, people. Let's have it.
Oh.
I worked very hard on it, I'll have you know.
Late as usual.
Of course.
Had an interesting evening.
I did.
I don't know why I asked
Can't
that.
call me lazy. You can't call me lazy. I did my work. Went back to bed. I was so tired.
Okay, we don't... Oh, I mean that. Okay, so... totally wrong in the case.
And you thought I... Not
Anyway.
you.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Morning! Cog says as he comes over and he sits down.
I heard that voice.
Hey Cogs, what's up?
Good!
Morning, Cogs.
We are almost at the tower. It's so exciting.
Oh, yes.
Quite exciting.
I hope everyone's ready.
I am. I'd like to. It'd be best if I could just get out, like get in and get out as soon as possible.
Over breakfast... Go ahead.
Sure, it's fine.
Over breakfast, I'm not sure if you guys would or would not, but that might be a good time for you to discuss who you're taking with you
Yeah.
Right. Alright.
in character.
So,
Who are the people already there?
where's Vic? I think having his talents with us might be a good idea.
My
The guy
vote.
can, I don't think the guy can step through a door quietly, let alone get through a whole tower undetected.
Yeah, I can see it now. Hey, demons, come get me!
I have to agree with these two gentlemen.
That's why we have to take him. It'll be a lot more fun of a trip.
Hey,
I don't
Well,
think
I
you
do
and I
not want
share
to
the
have
same
sex.
amount of fun.
Fair point.
Hey, Cogs.
My vote is for Cogs, actually. Yes.
Cogs turns around and he's got like a spoon still in his mouth and goes, huh?
You know a thing or two about magic, don't you?
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I look at the others in the group. What do you say?
In a pragmatic sense, he is part dwarf, and therefore may be resilient to magic, which would be very helpful in a place infested with demons.
Very good observation, Scholar.
Yeah, that's very
Also,
true.
another reason we should take Vic.
I'll
That is a fair
trust.
point. But Vic is too much of a wild card, and we only need one of those.
Fair point. I see the charm is on in full force early this morning.
So, the captain gave us permission to take 2 of her crew. I say we take full advantage of that. So, who more do we want to join our crew down on the ground? Any ideas? Anyone who feels like unleashing some rage down there?
Flim will
You and
Flim will pipe up and says, "Well, I'm always good to stretch my muscles a little bit. I'm not saying, of course, I think it'd be great fun to go down, but I'm not going to tell you what to do."
Well, I know Plim to be he was a good guardsman, and I think he's an even better werewolf.
I can agree with that then. It'd be good to have someone that one of us is familiar with working with.
Not to mention his advanced senses would once again be helpful. I'm not exactly sure how odorous demons are, but I imagine that they do emit something foul.
Yes, I agree.
Why not?
Perhaps we can come some other time.
Well, I guess if we're taking Plim, it means he's out of the captain's hair, so...
What do you... Oh.
What?
Well. Well then.
I believe you know what I'm referring to, given you know how your friend is.
Yes. Let's not talk about that, shall we? Let's
Yeah.
just talk about the mission.
Okay.
It's getting very uncomfortable.
Flim,
Just gonna
So-
shoot you.
Yeah.
Flim looks straight at Delwyn, and he, with his hand, he like points to you and says, "You're good."
So I'm told.
Wow.
Part of the charm.
Plim, don't encourage him, please.
I do not think he needs encouraging.
Anyway, Plim, Cox, would you like to go down with us to investigate the tower?
I should go to the tower with you guys?
It will be dangerous, I won't lie.
Very dangerous.
Oh, this! It's been a long time since I've been able to get off the ship that was in Kirkwall. This! Absolutely, I would love to come.
You must be very cautious and try to and we must try to be stealthful and keep close to each other. As I said, it will be very, very dangerous.
Okay, yes, I can do that. Yes.
Okay.
And look at it this way, with Cogs with us, Vic can't convince the captain to take off without us.
That's true.
That's true. So
It'll be just like old times, Plim.
sounds good to me. Plim says as he sort of takes like 2 fingers to like lift up the cup in front of him and tries to drink. Some of the water like splashes down his face though.
Oh.
As he says this, I get a small flashback to the dream I had earlier, like when he dies, and I just look at him and say, "Plim, it's good to have you here. Really, it is."
It's good to be here too, Axie Maxie. It's good to be here. So what I'm envisioning is this is the part of the game where you have the selection screen, and so you have all of the characters positioned, and then Delwyn clicks on Victor, and Victor goes, "All right!" And then, like, the rest of the party, like, unclicks Victor, and then Victor kind of goes,
No.
"Dag nabbit!" And then like, he goes, "Dag nabbit," he throws a grenade, like, behind him, and you hear the explosion. And then you click on Plim,
Cogs on a Plim's
it was Cogs the next person you wanted on the team.
Yeah.
You click on Cogs.
Officially.
Cogs pulls out a wrench and he says, "Ready to go." And then you click on Plim and Plim just gives a howl.
Nice.
And then you exit the
You're
selection.
painting the picture for me now.
You exit the
Perfect.
selection screen.
Now I can't imagine like if you unclick Plim, he just does like a whimper.
Actually, when you unclick Plim, actually what happens when you unclick Plim is you hear an explosion, and Plim says, "I'll fix it, I'll fix it, I'll fix it," and he runs off the screen.
You mean
I
Cogs?
mean, Cogs.
Or Cogs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, when you unclick Cogs. If you unclick Plim,
Cogs is cute.
if you unclick Plim, he'll make a mention like, "Fine, I'll just hang out with the captain then."
No, click it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys finally finish breakfast, and then you guys, if you're back on the top deck, you can see the mage tower coming closer and closer into the distance. The captain will approach your group, and she will say, "All right then. Tell me now, what is the plan? Are we dropping you off at the top of the tower or at the base of the tower?"
Right.
What's the general view look like from outside?
The general view, it's rather foggy, and it is rather foggy and a bit ominous. It's hard to make out if there's any creatures wandering around outside of the tower. You are able to see the top of the tower, and that looks empty of creatures. There doesn't seem to be any wandering around there. The tower itself looks unkept, like it's been. In general, it doesn't. It's not a ruin, but it definitely looks like it hasn't been maintained at all. And there are these, I don't know what they're, these fleshy, if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about. There's like these fleshy vestibule node thingies, like sort of
Right.
surrounding the tower. It kind of makes your skin crawl just seeing it. It's very unnatural, and if you look very carefully, it almost pulses like a heartbeat. Like the fleshy bits are pulsing like a heartbeat. It's not the most pleasant thing. You can probably understand why Captain Maelstrom was very hesitant about coming near this place. She
Yeah.
sort of actually shakes a little bit. Says, "Ugh, that place just gives me the chills just looking at it. Gives me goosebumps just looking at it."
Question. This is the tower that Gwenail's from, correct?
No.
Nope.
None.
Different tower.
This is a Ferelden mage tower. Gwenail is from the White Spire, which is in Orlais.
Gotcha.
So, if we drop in from the top, we can count on you to have the ship here, Captain. Ready for extraction?
Indeed, she says. You decided to take Cogs with you, yes? He should be
Indeed.
able to send up a flare.
Good, good.
All right.
Well, what do you say? We're here now, so might as
From
well
a
jump
magic standpoint, is there any way to possibly make a sense to check and see where energy is most concentrated?
Most likely, yes.
Like a detection thing? Okay.
What would I want to roll for that?
That's a very good question, actually. Yeah.
Would it be perception or willpower?
I think it would be a magic check, but...
sense magic. Yeah. Or something like that.
It would be a magic check, yes.
Okay. Now, I have a specialization in... I have a focus in entropy. Is that going to help?
Sure. Yes. Sure.
So what would this be then?
Nice.
Holy crap.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I need to. I'm not sure if I need to roll.
So, in general, Delwyn, you can sense a high concentration of magic coming
What was?
not at the tip of the tower, but like a floor or two below the top of the tower.
Right.
And there is definitely a high concentration of entropic magic, specifically about 2 or 3 levels from the top of the tower.
Is that what was the roll again?
Magic roll?
Just a magic roll? Alright. Okay, that's what I thought it was 5, okay.
Wow.
Gwenail doesn't sense anything specifically.
I'm just too freaked out by the heartbeat thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe Delwyn is just more attuned to demons.
Well, yes, exactly, but
Suspicion. Not.
I imagine there's a sense of stirring inside from the sensation of it, so...
I just get the heebie-jeebies from it. Ooh.
What do you guys say?
I think it's almost better to start at the bottom and work our way up.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Well, think about it. You know, all those adventure stories you read as a kid, and you think about the big bad villains always like right up at the top, and you know, if you don't deal with his minions, he's gonna come and get you.
That doesn't make any sense.
I would say, I would agree with Dylan if you think about it. If we're going after this gem that apparently is incredibly rare, I wouldn't want to keep it at the top of the tower in case something happened at the base. The whole thing could come crashing down, and you lose yourself one very priceless emerald thingy. Better to have it down at the base where it'd be safer.
What? Would it be better to have it on the top of the tower where you had to go through all the guards to get it?
What if there was what if there was like a
That's what I was
basement?
thinking.
What if there was a basement or something, lower levels?
What I know if most towers have basements or not.
Yes. You know that. Roll me either a magic or a cunning arcane lore, Gwenail.
I'm saying we could have a more of a dungeon thing on our hands as opposed to a tower thing on our hands. We land at the top, we double the whole, trouble we have to do.
So, Gwenail, you know that there are 2 places in a mage tower that tends to have the most powerful magical items. One is the first enchanter's office. The other one is the basement of the mage tower, which also includes all of the mage's phylacteries, the phylactery vaults.
Yeah.
But in addition to phylactery vaults, they also tend to keep like some of the more powerful magic items and things of that nature down in the basement too.
Alright, that's what I was hoping to know. I'm hoping my character would know about.
The first enchanter's quarters are typically near the top of the tower, whereas the basement obviously is near the base of the tower.
Right.
So
We have 2 places.
Anyways, well, let's see here. I do know that in most towers, is in the basement area, there is a safe where they keep all of the mage's phylactery and powerful or rare magical items or ingredients that they use throughout the tower. Sometimes they even use throughout the tower. Though frequently the first enchanter of the tower will also hold on to powerful items and have something in their own office to hold them.
As much as I don't like it, starting at the top might be the best, because if we just go in through the base and check the basement, you know, whatever's in here could come up behind us.
I was about to say that maybe starting from the bottom going up would be good, but only because it feels like working our way up to a airship would be a better idea.
What if we just went into the top, checked the top floor? That way, it'd be easier if we went to the top, checked if there was anything inside, and if it turns out there's nothing, then we just drop down the base and skip the whole part of the tower that's above ground, and then just get out of the ship that way, as opposed to working. But yeah, it'd be better if we did that. If we started from the basement and found nothing, we'd probably have to work all our way back up to the top of the tower to send the flare.
So drop in the top. Check the loot. If there's nothing, throw a rope over the side, shimmy down.
Going through the front door in the basement.
No, that sounds dangerous if that demon's running around like dropping a rope down the side of a tower. Do you know how high that thing is? One time, Robert tried to escape from the tower with rope with using sheets tied together, but then he did not realize that not even in all of the first floor there was enough sheets to get down there. He fell down and broke both of his legs. It took Abilene weeks to heal him.
That's why you use the actual rope, and he just like opens his coat, and there's like a loop of rope.
I think we should be thorough. No skipping things.
Start at the top and work our way down. Nothing can come up at us from behind.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Right.
Hate to say it, but I agree with Delwyn.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I would agree with Waxy Maxy over here.
Plim says. Plim sort of goes over to Delwyn and sort of like pats him on the back.
Good,
I look
right
really
there.
like a really huge clawed hand pat on the back.
Great.
This
Plim and Delwyn are officially wingmen.
This is gonna be.
Trying to get
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Plim says.
This is gonna be
by the maker. Lee, you're alright dropping in on top?
Should be fine. And I've learned that apparently I can support myself on rope very well.
Yeah.
So, I think it should be fine.
I don't remember it that way. I'm pretty sure we broke the rope last time.
Yeah, I guess given our experience with ropes, maybe shimmying down the side of a, you know, however many story tower this is as he looks over the side of the ship. Yeah, probably not the best idea.
Actually, just a thing off the side. How does a hardwood shield look like? Ironwood is hardwood.
It's I mean, it's made from
Iron bar.
the iron.
Yeah, iron bar.
Oh, I thought you had the hardwood shield.
It is hardwood.
Okay, hardwood.
If you have the same rune type, will it stack?
If you have the same rune type, it will stack. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Because the way we distributed the runes, Gwenail was going to get the defense boost again. So I wanted to be sure that it stacked.
They do stack. Yes, they do.
Okay.
Okay, I don't actually see the distribution. Did I get anything?
Yes,
we were thinking of giving you the
staff,
ironwood staff.
Okay. You should get 13 silver, 2 sovereigns, the iron
Wood staff.
wood staff, and
Which one? What did that ironwood staff do
It's
again?
on Wade's.
It's on Wade's page in the
Yes, go to
little,
Wade's journal page, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the stats for the iron
it
bar.
was the +1 magic, +1 communication once per day shape earth.
Yeah.
Shape Earth was not that interesting to me, but I do like the +1 to magic and communication.
And then
which means I
you
actually
have the journeyman defense rune, which should give you an extra 2 to your defense.
Oh, yay! More defense.
took-
I do like that.
I
I
figured
took
giving
the
you
nature
more
rune, yeah.
defense would be better, and then
I do like
in
me some good
exchange
observation.
for what rune would have went to Maximilian, I just was like, you can have the shield, and I'll just take 2 runes.
I actually have a plus. According to this now, I actually have a +3 to armor. So
Nice.
To armor?
not armor, defense.
Yeah, it should be a +2 to your defense now.
Well, no, I said my defense. No, okay, wait. Huh? No, wait. Did I have an armor bonus then? Yeah, okay. I think I had an
Because you're
armor
wearing
bonus.
armor, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm wearing armor, but I think I got an armor bonus because I have my leather. I put my leather enforced battle robes. It had a +1 on here.
Yes, +1 to your defense score. Your armor rating should be whatever the leather armor gives you for an armor rating.
Okay, so I should have. Okay, so I should have a +16 because I apparently had a +1 to defense from somewhere.
Yeah, from the other rune that was already in there.
Okay, and now I have.
So you have a +1 rune and a +2 rune. So you have +3 overall to your defense.
+3 now. Alright, so that's a base of 10 + 3, 13 plus my dexterity, which is I have 16 defense. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
More than
good.
me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't get any defense runes. Everyone keeps taking them.
What
Yeah,
did
but
you
then you have
say?
a-
Yeah, says the man with
Fancy
the giant shield.
Yeah, lots of
By the way,
HP,
Be real
so-
quick. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also got a +1 to magic. How should I mark that on my character sheet? I don't even know. I'm like trying. It's an over here.
Normally, if there's what I do is if there's a stat bonus that comes from an item that could conceivably like be unequipped, I just add a +1. This is normally what I do.
Yeah.
Or a +2 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I either do that or like beside it in brackets I'll put the modified number.
Right. Okay. Are we good with the equipment?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have decided to climb down to the top of the tower. All right.
Yeah, Logan is AFK.
That's fine. We can
All right.
we can continue. It'll be fine. So what happens is the captain calls out to Vic and says, "Vic, they said they want to be dropped off the top of the tower." Vic, by the way, is now at the he's at the wheel, so he's steering, and he's easing you guys over to the very top of this massive tower, and some of the crewmen have already started tying a rope tightly on one side of the ship and is lowering the rope down to the tower. The captain says, "Good luck, you all. Try not to die while you're down there."
like that tone.
Oh.
Try not to die.
I get up I go up to the rope, and having my shield slung over my shoulder, like long sword, short sword, knife ready. I grab the rope, look back at the captain, and says, "Luck's got nothing to do with it." And then jumps down.
She gives a nod, and anyone who's paying attention says, "That guardsman,
There we go.
he's definitely full of surprises."
It's definitely full of something.
Plim goes over actually before, and Ashley says that Plim goes over to the captain and says he's got a lot more surprises left in him if you just give him some time. He says as he's like jabbing
Yeah,
the
we-
captain.
Someone just shoots him a glare.
The captain looks towards Plim, but she sort of chuckles a little bit, and she says, "Off you go." And the Plim goes over to the rope and shimmies down it next. "I'm on my way, Waxy. Gotta make sure that you don't have fun without me." And he gets to the top of the tower.
See, I, however, know not to aggravate Lady Luck, so, kiss for good luck, maybe?
The captain grins and says, "I suppose that wouldn't hurt." And she gives you a smooch.
Well, I'm off. He just kind of like jumps over all chipper and just slides down.
That leaves us.
Roll aside.
Cogs will be going next. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! And he managed to quickly shimmy down the rope as well. That leaves Lealden and Gwenail.
After you, my good friend.
Of course. To be closer to the ship if anything bad happens with the rope. Kind of lower myself over and starts shimmying down.
All right. We shall return soon, Captain.
The captain says to Gwenail, she says, now's your chance to catch up, dear. So far, I believe it's 2 me, 0 you.
Oh, my game is so subtle, you won't see it coming when it happens. Do not discount me quite yet.
She gives you an approving nod as you go down.
Au revoir, mon capitaine.
She waves. You guys shimmy down,
On the rope.
and as you get to when you all are gathered at the top of the tower, that's when Cogs pulls down his goggles.
Yes. Good amount of lyrium residue around here.
So you're just investigating the surroundings.
I don't see anything specifically in the floor below, though. Except for one concentrated area. Tiny, though. Nothing major.
How far
Alright.
do those goggles see?
He says,
A few feet. It's harder through stone, though.
I imagine so. All right, then.
All right, get ready for anything.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure our good scholar friend here is well versed in, this sort of building. Probably been to First Enchanter's office many a times. He says it with no, malicious intent either. He's just saying it as in, he knows about his relationship with Eveline and stuff like that, So, yeah.
Is there
Anytime.
is there an opening somewhere that leads down?
you can search for one if you want to roll a search.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going fully. As soon as my feet touch the ground, I'm going fully watchman military mode. And Plim, help me check for enemies and any doors that leads down.
Let's sniff them out. And he starts looking around. So anyone who wants to search for an opening can go ahead and roll a search check.
Good. I'll try and search for something.
That's where I need help.
Perception. There it is.
Ooh.
Sweet.
And it's a stunt, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to make the
stunts you
roll.
can do.
Delwyn's too distracted by all the energy in the area.
Let me see. You can do efficient search. It says a resource of any kind are typically consumed. You can only use half as much. Speedy search. You complete your test in half the time it would otherwise take. Or what other thing? It was 5 you had, right? So let's see.
Yeah, I've got 5 points worth.
Advantageous positioning you could do in case you were to find something. You could do it from a thing that would put you out of danger or something.
As long as that lasts,
Oh.
that only lasts on this area? Or...
It
Yeah.
can't be more than 2 yards away. Oh, and you could also do these are all less than 3 we're at right now. There's also you receive a plus. There's the object of your attention. You receive a +1 bonus to further tests to examine or perceive additional aspects of the object of your test. There's also that makes me wonder, which is you can immediately make another perception test to discover more information about your surroundings. But it must use a different focus than the first one. That per hand, if your discoveries lead to combat within a moment or two, you receive a +3 bonus on your initiative roll. With a flourish, the manner of your success is impressive to those. You have a +1 of bonus to any opposed tests against them. I don't know. There's this. Do you have the second handbook?
Yes, I do.
That'd probably be better instead of me. just trying to
Yeah, it's
explain.
like...
Sorry.
What page is it on? Also, did you ever make those snap?
Dang it! I was gonna do that. Remind me to do that, and then I'll have hark at it to the journals.
With the
It's on page 78.
I guess you
Page
find the
78.
door.
yeah, the 18 is sufficient.
it's like that.
If
Yeah.
the 18 will be sufficient for Gwenail, it's kind of fitting. Gwenail, you're gonna find I would say, a 1 yard by 1 yard square, on the roof of the tower that's slightly discolored from the rest of the roof. And upon further examination, this appears to be a secret door very similar to the type of secret door that you found in the castle of Denerim, where that requires you to make a magic check to be able to open it. It's not that difficult of a magic check, though.
I know one of my stunts now. The bonus against that target object. Anyways, I might as well use that or something like that. Anyways, also I'm gonna use that flourishy thing again. Anyways, just so I could do this because I had an amusing thought where I like in my head I just landed it right on the door.
Sure.
And I'd be like, everyone's looking around. Are you looking for this? Knock staff on it. Clink, clink.
Roll me a magic check as you clink clink.
Let's see here. I actually have a plus to magic now, so let's see. That
Yep.
means I actually have a total of. Oh, thank goodness for
Yeah,
that.
it's not that hard.
Yeah.
The roof starts to shake
Ooh.
slightly. It's nothing like particularly alarming for anyone who's down below. But the door kind of slides over, and there's a winding staircase.
Good catch, Gwenail.
Thank you.
Well,
If you would, Maximilian.
yeah, after me.
Okay.
I look down. Is there some kind of stairs?
Yep.
Okay. Follow me in. Here we go.
And
Yeah.
I'll stick close to our good friend Derwin.
Okay.
Oh,
So you guys
I
are,
know this place.
those of you who've played the game know where this is. This is for Gwenail. He knows, based on the appearance of the room, he knows that this is the harrowing chamber of the Mage Tower. And at the moment, you guys can move in your figurines. Do you have access to? Are you able to move your figurines onto the map?
I forget how we do that again. Let me.
I think you can drag them over. If you can't, then I'll do it for you.
Where are they shown to drag more?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I
So-
no, that's not it.
Okay, where would we pull them from, though? That is a good question.
From your journal.
Oh, the journal. Let me do
I
it.
would think, see if you can drag and drop your
Let
own
me try.
characters. If you can't,
No.
no? Alright, then I'll do it.
No.
Alright. So we've got Delwyn in there. We've got Gwenail in there. Who am I missing?
Me.
Lealden. And I think that's all the characters?
Yeah.
So I don't know what your
Actually,
marching order is, but I'm assuming Plim is right.
I try to get in between him and.
Okay.
Dang. Behind Plim. I'll be behind Plim.
You'll be behind Plim?
I'll be behind Plim.
Alright. First of all, line yourselves up in marching order just so I have an idea of what your marching order is, because I know... Are we putting cogs at the end? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
I
sounds
want
good.
Delwyn at the very back.
Delwyn's at the very back, so cogs in the middle. There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so
We gotta protect
this will be the
Cogs.
default marching
Yes.
order. But anyway, you guys just came down the
Okay.
staircase and you find yourself in the harrowing chamber. The harrowing chamber is very dimly lit. Again, there's a lot more of the fleshy substance along the walls that are pulsing. There's a bit of a stench, not darkspawn stench, but, and it's not as pungent as a darkspawn stench. It's sort of like milk that's starting to spoil, but the room itself is relatively quiet. You don't really see anything of any particular interest, at least immediately. There's a big giant magical circle in the center, and Gwenail recognizes that as the circle that is used to put mages through their harrowing.
Wow, this brings back memories.
Gwenail, what we're looking at here.
This is where mages are taking to have their harrowing. It was only a little over a year ago, 21 years ago now, that I had my harrowing.
Well, I can't see any red lyrium.
You think it'd be best if we look further down?
Cogs is looking around with his goggles.
Aha! I thought so.
He scrambles over to a corner, and he picks up something he picks up something on the floor.
Found it.
And he holds up a regular lyrium potion.
Oh.
That is useful.
Thanks.
But
Oh, well. Good catch.
Oh no, my invention helped.
It's like you don't.
Cog says.
It's like you don't.
Invention.
Yeah, this.
As Delwyn kind of walks over and takes it out of his hand. Huh.
Yeah,
What's it do?
these things let me see the traces of lyrium traces. Magic.
Alright.
There's like a big aura around you two.
He says, as he's pointing at both Delwyn and Gwenail.
Well, your
I
goggles must be
imagine there's
off.
a big aura everywhere.
Yes, but
I mean, this place is full of
yeah,
demons.
but mostly around you two.
Right.
Yours is kind of dark, though.
He says as he turns to Delwyn.
Interesting.
it's a dark charm.
Oh no! Next, what's next?
Okay. Well, check your goggles, Cogs. Probably something wrong. Anyway, we need to make our way down.
Okay.
He salutes.
Well,
I give Delwyn a look like, man, you are lucky there, and I'm gullible type of look.
Someone's just mentally doing the...
I'm kind of doing that too. I already did. I was like,
Plim sniffs.
Yeah, they just kind of...
Plim sniffs the area. Someone else was here recently. Not demon.
Human?
not demon.
Mm-mm. At least one other person was here recently.
Ah, I knew we took you along for a reason. I say and smile. Well, if anyone wanna make a search the room, go ahead. But I don't think we'll find anything more here.
I'll take a quick peruse.
Yeah, you
around.
guys can make. If you really want to, you can search the rooms, do some search checks.
Search or seeing or
Search. If you're specifically looking around the room, looking for something of value.
What if I'm just taking a quick glance around the room and what are you seeing?
If you're just doing a quick glance, then a seeing is fine.
Okay, might
I'll
as
do
well.
that first, and then see if there's anything that catches my eye. Stunt, so that's one. Stunt as well.
No.
I don't think we need to really search that much. It seems a pretty open room. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
a quick look around.
the only
and
thing, there really doesn't seem to be anything of particular interest in the room. You see some broken vials, some cracked vials here and there. You also find some. You do find, however, on one side, one other side of the of one of the fleshy items is a corpse of some sort. A corpse that looks like it was dressed in Templar uniform. Whoever it was died a long time ago, though.
I imagine Greenale has one of those like silk little rag things that people cover their mouths when they're around sick or dead people or something.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Ah. Well, it looks like we have to do what the Templars couldn't. Just steal your mind and your bodies, and we'll get through this.
There's like a chain around the person's neck, and it looks like it's engraved with somebody's name on it.
Oh, can I just go up and grab it and yank it off?
Yeah, you can yank it
if it's
off.
Possible.
I was slowly reaching for it, and he goes. That works too.
Who is
You
it?
look up the name. The name just says the word Cullen.
A dead Templar named Cullen. Better keep this.
I always liked that name, Cullen. Anyways,
Breaks my heart inside. But anyway.
Oh.
my character does like a little like, "May the Maker be with you, Cullen."
No maker in here.
No, there certainly is not.
Scoffs.
My character goes, "No, there certainly isn't. Is there? Let's move on."
Okay.
Let's go.
Deeper.
You go down further down the staircase, and it leads you to the next floor below. The first thing that you notice is that the hallway is filled with scorch marks. Everyone roll a... This is going to be a... either arcane lore, or historical lore, or religious lore.
That's all cunning.
That's
though,
all
right?
cunning. Arcane, religious, or historical. I'll even accept magic. I'll accept magic too.
I'll make the magic roll then.
Oh, nice.
Well, cunning.
Well, if I do magic, I get like additional +2, but lore was the first thing. But I actually have the arcane. Actually, I could get more information if I use arcane lore.
Sure.
So it's making a magic roll because I have the arcane
Because
lore
you have the
talent.
lore
you're saying.
talent, yeah.
Yeah,
Good. Okay.
15. So I should get hopefully at least.
And you have a stunt.
Yeah. Yeah. And my talent thingy one that gives me double information
Okay.
or whatever essentially.
Both Gwenail and Delwyn recognize these scorch marks as the result of destroying a demon. Whenever you destroy a demon, it kind of leaves like this residual scorchy mark like mark. Gwenail knows that based on as he's studying the scorch marks, these demons were destroyed very recently, like within the last hour or two recently.
There was combat here very recently in the last few hours.
Really? I'm getting this weird sense of deja vu. So we're trailing someone again.
Yes, and I hope, and hopefully they are as gracious as the captain.
I have to agree with you.
But yes, when you slay a demon, they violently flees this realm back into oblivion or the fade, leaving behind an explosive remain.
Mm.
And these explosions happened recently. You can even feel they are still a bit warm.
It's comforting knowing that we have allies down in this hellhole.
Or,
We should press on.
Yeah, allies, sure.
You continue down the hallways, and there are, various rooms that look like they have been completely destroyed. All of the furniture is in disarray. You reach, though, at the end of the hallway, a very nicely crafted door. and Gwenail recognized this as the first enchanter's office. The door itself is wide open, and if you enter into the first enchanter's office, again, it looks like there are books thrown all over the place. It looks like the room has been ransacked. And there is a giant chest at one end of the first enchanter's office that's been opened. If you do any sort of searching around this room, there doesn't seem to be anything of value. And
I hope the red lyrium wasn't in here.
This is terrible to know. It's like I walk in here and see this, like, this has definitely been a bad attack. That or Legion First Enchanters are very sloppy.
Plim sniffs around the room. Yes, there's that smell again.
Ferelden.
Whoever it was just here.
We have to
Just here.
Cogs,
So
Yes?
we're catching up quickly.
can you sense if there's been any lyrium in here?
Yes, there's a lot in here, or at least the residue of it. This is the first enchanter's office, I think.
Huh. Do you think our mysterious ally took the lyrium?
I don't think
If
it's.
so, we need to...
I don't think it's red lyrium though. Just magical
okay, that's good
items
to
in
know.
general.
Whatever was here, they beat us to it.
Well, let's hunt them down.
All right, you guys are going to make your way down the hallway, and as you go down, the lighting starts to get darker. The next floor is not lit at all. Completely pitch black.
I have a lantern.
Okay,
My character pulls out a lantern.
good thing to have. So is
Yeah.
Gwenail leading?
I could hand it off to someone. I think I might do that and stuff because it's not a good idea for me to lead.
Gwenail, stay behind me. Light me up.
Alright. Here is the lantern. Yeah.
All right, so I'm shifting people around so I can see, just so I can get a visual of who's. All right, so Cogs is right in front of Delwyn.
Yeah.
You guys are making.
I guess Gwenail is just like behind me with the lantern, like
Yeah.
shining over my
The
shoulder.
lantern casts its bright light down the hallway. It's very eerie down here. The light finally hits what looks like a bloody hand. That it's been dismembered, a dismembered hand. And if you shine the light a little bit to the left, you see that on a wall is this big splat of like guts and flesh on a wall. You probably think that that's where the hand came from. Was that splatter?
Oh,
Well, that certainly explains that.
Um,
I'm going to be sick.
Probably
I think I
gonna
need
be
to
a
be
lot
safe.
more of that.
when Cogs is looking towards that
Someone-
direction and says,
Oh, that was a really powerful spell.
I see.
You
Is
see
that
traces of lyrium across the remains?
like is
the Cogs is looking at it and says,
Oh, force magic. That's rare.
is it possible to tell how recently or how long ago that spell was cast?
I'm not sure, but
that's when Plim goes up to it and he smells the remains. It's
Oh,
fresh.
disgusting.
He says, this is fresh. I would say within the last 20 minutes or so.
Oh, we're getting closer.
I don't think I want to get close to whoever was at the sending end of that.
Yes.
Well,
Excuse me. Here, he hands a lantern to Max. Well, I need a moment.
this place is very eerie. and very quiet. I don't like that.
Don't say that.
Hey, people, listen. We've been through worse than this. We've been fighting werewolves in the Brazilian forest. We've been through darkspawn-filled capital. This is nothing for us.
This
And
is
even if something
absolutely
happens,
nothing.
if something happens, we can always have Gunail heal us up. We can do this. It's nothing.
I agree. This is nothing. Considering
Yes.
no one has Walking Bomb as a spell, I'm pretty sure he's seen exploded corpses many times. So he is not really phased at this.
Right. So
my character's this again. My character I know by the general like aura of the place. Also, he's lived in the Mage Child when he was still decently young, enough to get the boogeyman story effect of demons as well in his head and whatnot. So this place just makes him really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And also, and in exploding corpses when it just keeps on making his mind fill with dread. So he's really turning kind of pale and whatnot and stuff. And slowing down pace.
I move up
Steps
to
to the side now.
Gunail. I move up to Gunail and put a hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
Hey, Gunail. You
Wait,
okay? Look, we need you, alright? Just stay with us.
Yes.
I knew I could count on you, Scholar. You've gotten us out of worse situation than this, so
I just hope that I'm enough to help you in this area.
you'll do fine. Here, take this lantern. I need a light.
Wielden,
Right.
from previous experience, would probably be putting two together. Is like, Max is right. We need to move quickly. If whoever it is, it definitely seems like they're trying to ransack and loot whatever they can find in this place. And if so, it'll only be a matter of time before they reach what we're looking for.
You speak the truth, my friend.
Hey, should I make a like a roll considering my characters like kind of have lots of reason to be serverless to see how well he's holding himself together, like a willpower roll or something like that? Or do you think that's not necessary? It just seems a bit silly, so I just want to know what you thought.
A willpower roll? Yeah.
Because...
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead. Please do. Add
Yeah.
+2 because of Maximilian's pep talk.
Alright.
Yay, we can do it, team.
Go team,
Rah,
go!
Sven.
Rats.
Thanks for the pep talk. It made it so I didn't do abysmally.
Well, no, you don't do
Yeah.
abysmally. You didn't panic. You didn't outright panic. Yes.
Okay, so you're still here with us.
Yes, I'm still just in a pale, slightly pale pallor and everything type of mode. So
All right. You guys continue forward. As you move further down the hall. I'm sorry. Did somebody say something?
I'm gonna stick to the. I need to stick to the back. This is too much for me to take in. I hand the lantern to the Lil then because he actually has hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, take it.
So you're going to the back,
yeah.
behind Delwyn.
You got my back, Lee.
Yes.
Lee,
I'll watch the back. By which I don't mean that one's bum. I mean.
Lealden,
Smooth.
you're
Are you sure? Because if you drop dead back there, I might not notice.
Lealden.
I
Right.
mean, if you fall, wouldn't you rather me catch you?
Yes.
Yes, it's a good idea. You can watch my rear. Wait, that came out weird.
Yes.
We'll have that. No, well, no.
There we go.
So what was that? What was that, Angels?
Lealden, you are you're carrying the lantern and you're shining it. You're shining it forward. It catches a mirror at some point, slightly cracked mirror. Maximilian, when you look into a mirror, you once again see a shadowy figure peeking out, but this time you just barely manage to make out the image of a woman. This woman has rather dark hair, dark clothing. Let me pull out a picture.
Okay, so we have one person, moi, who hears things from voices. You see things that aren't there. So let's see
Isn't
here.
that well?
And Delwyn talks to things other people can't see, so...
Yeah, that one talks to demons.
And I'm just here going, why am I?
Holy
the
crap.
only one?
The woman you see in the mirror is that.
Okay. Interesting.
FYI,